What's up, guys? We back at it again. Episode number 14. 2 weeks in a row, we doing it. We back out here, Creekside Center, the beautiful Hayward, nice and sunny. Was not as smoky as it was earlier today. But yeah, so today we're gonna talk about what it's like being vegan or going vegan. I think a lot of times people kind of get into these diets and these fads and all this kind of stuff, and so I just want to shed a little bit of light about what my experience was. So first of all, I'll start off on why I decided to go vegan, or whatever you call it. I think it was, yeah, vegan is what you call it. So it was in January, and I'm gonna keep it 100, guys. I haven't had the best diet. For those of you guys that haven't seen me, a lot of it was like fast food and fried foods and all that kind of stuff. And delicious as it may be, it's not good for you, right? And I've been very fortunate. I've always been very thin. And so I never really put on a lot of weight. But, I don't know, man. I think like last year, like things were going really well. And I wasn't feeling good. I was like feeling stressed, and just my energy level wasn't that great, And so me and my girl decided to go vegan. And we saw this documentary. What really kind of kicked it off was we saw this documentary called Game Changer. And it's on Netflix. You can watch it. And it's all these athletes and all these different people and all the science and all the stuff behind people that are vegan or plant-based or whatever the phraseology is. And it was really interesting. They had something with the Tennessee Titans on there, how they hadn't been in the playoffs in like 100 years or something like that, and most of their team goes, a percentage of their team goes vegan. All of a sudden they're in the playoffs, getting second round, whatever, something like that. And they talked about kind of how meat affects your body, not to mention the sustainability of like farms and how they kind of destroy the environment and pollute the local stuff like that. And I don't know if you've ever driven down I-5, but there's a big farm and it's kind of stinky, and I wouldn't want to live there. But meat is delicious. So we saw that documentary, and we were like, you know what? Let's do it. Let's try going vegan, right? Let's have at it. And I would say if you're thinking about going vegan, plan it out first before you do it. Plan it out before you go vegan, because you're gonna find day one is not a pleasant experience. So what's up, Barry? I got Ari on here. But so we decided to go vegan, and now I don't know what the difference with vegetarian or plant-based or any of that stuff, but apparently it's just nothing that came from an animal. And so day one was like salads and nuts and fruits and stuff like that. And it was rough, man. I was like hungry. I'm like starving over here, right? I'm like, this is brutal, man. What? But the more you kind of plan it out, the more you find that there is some delicious stuff out there. Holy moly, right? Like, I have not eaten so much tofu, and I didn't even like tofu. It tastes like some weird kind of like jelly stuff, but if you cook it right, you whip it up the right way, I mean, it's delicious. It absorbs like basically anything. You can get soy sauce, salt, pepper, garlic. You can make it spicy, curry. Oh my god, it's so good. And so after we kind of planned it out, and after we just saw like the different foods and the different things like that, you start looking at different recipes and things like that. And I mean, man, there's a lot of good stuff out there, like I said, I'm very thin. My body type, I have a very fast metabolism. One of the things that I was concerned about initially doing it was, am I going to get enough protein? Or am I going to get enough protein? Am I going to get enough calories just in general, right? And so years ago I took one of these like, MyFitnessPal kind of things, and it said, hey, how much calories are you supposed to eat a day? And it was like 4,000 from training and all that kind of stuff, right? So that became a little issue for me. So I ended up looking online and seeing kind of like about getting some kind of vegan protein powder or something like that. And you know what? These guys at GMC, or GNC, Nutrition Center, They're pretty straight up, man. So I went there, stopped by, get some protein stuff, and the guy was like, show me the things and all the macros and all that stuff, and it was like $60. I was like, bro, just don't buy this here, man. You can just go to Amazon and get the same stuff, and it's probably gonna be better for you. And I was like, okay, well, you go back in the place, and they tell you don't buy their stuff. Okay, all right, obviously he didn't know the place, but so I got this protein powder that was like 600 calories per thing. You put a bunch of scoops in there, and then I got into making like smoothies and stuff. So you start the morning, man, we would throw like asparagus in there, and avocado, and the protein powder with bananas and blueberries and strawberries and blackberries and kale, and make this like green sludge of healthiness. And it was actually delicious with the protein in there. That stuff was like, it was good stuff. You can get online. I can see if I can find it. If you get any questions, hit me up. I'll see if I can find the name of stuff. And it was really, really good. And when people go vegan or stop eating so much meat, they talk about having this energy. Oh, I feel so energetic. I feel such a boost of energy. And I will say that definitely your energy level picks up, and it isn't so much like it picks up because you're like, oh, I'm on one, I'm a vegan now, oh, I feel so energetic. To me, from eating so poorly for so long, I was just not as sluggish. I felt like I was like, oh, okay, all right, you feel lighter. And one of the things that I definitely noticed by going vegan, within the first 24 hours, the first 24 to 36 hours. Now look, I was running every single day, 2 miles a day, plus training, plus working 10, 12 hours a day in the gym, doing all this kind of stuff, right? And so last year, I felt like I was falling apart. My back was like so sore, and then my neck, I had this like crook in my neck, and I was like, oh, I heard, for those of you guys who was here, I was like, the CBDs and ABCDs, you name it, man. And I was in a lot of pain, and just that experience in general, like just on something totally different. Like, dude, I get it. Chronic pain is not fun. If you're in chronic pain, I feel you, because it is not. 24 hours a day in pain is not a pleasant experience. I'll tell you that, right? But one of the things I noticed right away from eliminating meat from my diet was within 24 to 48 hours, I wasn't sore at all. It was like all of my soreness was gone. Like from training, you may get a little things here and there, but it was like day and night compared to eating chicken and burgers and meat and steak and pork and eating all that stuff all day long, because apparently meat has certain things in it that can inflame your body and so on and so forth. And even now, like, I'm not vegan anymore, but sometimes if I'm feeling just kind of like, sore or whatnot, just boom, just go a day without eating some meat, and miraculously it works really well, But I think the biggest takeaway from being a plant-based eater guy, it's funny because I was telling my sister, I was like, oh yeah, I'm vegan now. She's like, what do you mean? I was like, yeah, I'm just eating this stuff, but I like this other kind of stuff too. She's like, well, why don't you just be plant-based? I was like, what's that? And she's like, well, you just eat mostly plants, bro. You just like eat mostly plants. I was like, oh, okay, that's a thing. Like, and you don't have to have these labels about what you are, But I think definitely the biggest takeaway from it was having awareness of what you eat, every single thing that you eat, right? Because when you're living this dogma on your diet, and you're this dogma about like what you're supposed to eat, what you're not supposed to eat, it forces you to like, I'm not gonna make that quick fast food jump today. You know what? I'm not gonna eat that steak today. I'm not gonna have fried chicken or chicken strips or whatever this kind of stuff is. Like, you are forced now, because you're hungry, to decide every single thing that you eat inside your body is something good for you, So that was like amazing. And then I think just, look, us as guys, where I'm not like a chef, I'm not like a food connoisseur guy, I made the food that I like, and I eat the food that I like. And that was my window and my spectrum of diet and food and nutrition, right? But getting outside of that consistently, we did it for about 6 weeks. Getting outside of that consistently was like a game changer, because I have so many recipes for Thai food. I didn't like, this is to say, like, I didn't not like Thai food. I just never really ate it a lot. But wow, boy, was I missing out. That stuff is amazing. And a lot of it is like vegetarian and vegan or whatever. Man, I'm a tofu cooking food. I had it today for lunch. I mean, you can bake it, you can pan fry it. There's all kinds of ways to put it together. It is amazing, right? All these smoothies and vegetables, and of course I was eating vegetables before, but just to do it like every meal all the time is like amazing, right? And had I not taken that leap of just like getting rid of this, meat stuff and going 100% vegan, I would never have experienced that, And I think for me, again, why I stopped doing it was because, one, I'm gonna live my life. I like pizza, I like eggs, I like cheese. Okay, I like cheeseburgers. I like all these things, right? But that doesn't mean you have to eat them all the time, and it's certainly not the way that I was doing it before. I mean, my own personal thing is like, don't let dogma control like rational food decisions that you make. That was number one, and number two, I was losing a lot of weight, man. I'm 160, 165 on a good day. And I was down to like 156, 157, like almost 10 pounds, and I was just looking real feeble, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm like strong, right? But just because I have those extra calories there, it was just for me, And that's not to say that like there won't be days that, maybe I'll go, meatless or whatever. But I would say, end of the day, overall, the takeaway from the experience was definitely good. And I think. And here's a pro tip for everyone here. All right, if everybody just ate the right stuff all the time for every meal, one, there'd like literally be no obesity in this country. Where 60% of this country is obese, man. It's insane, right? Processed foods and all that stuff, no fiber in it, and it's just like great for a burst in the human population, bad for overconsumption and health in general population, right? But if everyone just ate good, there'd be no gyms. We'd be out of business. It'd be a wrap. You know what I mean? There'd be none of this stuff, right? But the problem with that is like it's hard. Like people come here and work out for an hour, and I tell them, look, this is the easy part, man. You come in here and sweat it out for an hour, feel good, listen to our loud rap music, work out with all women, punching, kicking, feeling great, sweating, and we stretch out and everything afterwards. You feel amazing, right? That's the easy part. The hard part is what you eat all day, right? And sometimes you don't eat nothing, right? So I think that putting yourself in an uncomfortable situation, like the food that you eat, making sure it's like 100% vegan or vegetables in every single meal, that's the hard part. But just like anything, the more consistent you are at it, the more you try at it, the easier it becomes. And man, the experiences that you get, like I said, man, I've been eating so many wild stuff that I never ate before, and I don't want to sound like one of those guys, but like seriously, real talk, you know what I mean? So that's my story about what it was like being a plant-based guy, stuff like that. Would I recommend it? Absolutely. Are you going to live your life like that forever? That's for you to decide, okay? I'm not going to tell you what to do. For me, long term, it wasn't for me. I took a huge amount away from it because it was like a really big learning experience. But if you were thinking about doing it, I highly recommend it. Go for it. You can find so many different foods and different interesting stuff that's really, really amazing. So I hope that helped. Try it out. If any vegans here, put some in the comments, say we're vegans, you know what I mean? I don't like people, don't judge me when I say this. They say meat is murder. Call me Mike Myers, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? It's delicious. I go to the aquarium. Don't ever go to the aquarium hungry, because you look at them fish like, oh, you look delicious. They want like some sushi or something. So anyway, but check us out, guys. We back up and running here. We got classes going regular again. With the new COVID stuff, we can do some kids classes here. We've got the women's fitness going on. We may or may not have some jiu-jitsu. You may have to check our schedule, possibly. Wink, wink, depending on who you are. Hopefully not the health department. Just kidding. But check us out, haywardmma.com. We are on Instagram, Mindset Martial Arts Fist. Check us out on YouTube. We doing it every single day, trying to do this every day for a year. And then maybe every day for 2 years. I don't know, we're going to start every day for a year. Vlog episode number 14. That's what's up, guys. Take care. I hope this was helpful. Let me know if this changed your life and you want to try to be a vegan. And let me know how that goes for you. And we will see you tomorrow. All right, guys. Bye.